Well, welcome to Kurri Sports Ground. It's Saturday the 16th of August, and where else in the world would you rather be than watching local rugby league? It's a pretty bleak and dreary old day, but a very important day in the course of this competition because Kurri have the opportunity to do their worst rivals a bit of a favour today. They can help Maitland and Cessnock get through to the finals, and with me to take you through it is Matt Petherbridge. Good afternoon.
How are you, Morgan?
Very good.
Yeah, today the Kurri Old Boys are sponsoring this game, and they're honouring the 1994 real NRL Grand Final winning side, Kurri Bulldogs, who took it to the Toronto Workers Scorpions 20-16. And on the back of each player's jersey today, they'll be wearing the jumper name and number of the player who, the corresponding name and number who played in that grand final.
Yes, it often feels like every day's Old Boys Day here at Kurri because of that shed they've got over there. It's quite a venue. They've got a bit of Sky Channel. They've got a few TVs, and it's always full. But it's absolutely rocking today. And just a few minutes before the kick-off, the Kurri players finished their warm-up and walked over past the Old Boys stand back to the grandstand, and they made an almighty racket. So they're going to be in fine voice today, regardless of Kurri's position on the table.
Yes, and the cheeky buggers would have offered them a beverage as well, even before the game.
Yeah, I have no doubt. But I think there might be a few getting knocked over there. But no, it's all very good. It's pretty quiet on this side of the field, but that's because I suspect it's about to rain. There's a bit of light drizzle at the moment and a bit of a wispy breeze, but hasn't put off any of the kids out on the field. Central are in the Central reserves who had a win today, 36-28 in reserve grade. They're lined up, ready to welcome the players and the referees who are about to come out as well. So all is in readiness. We might go through the sides, Matt. I'll start with the Central side. Number 1, Tom Morton. Number 2, Jared Kalecki. Number 3, Kaylee Brown. Number 4, Josh Allison. Number 5, Josh Nielsen. Number 6, Ryan Walker. Number 7, Nathan Taylor. Number 20, Daniel French. Number 9, Jace Delaney. Number 10, Rowan Kelly. 11, Brad Jarrett. 12, Noel Underwood. 13, Terry Collins. 14, Chris Marlborough. 15, Matt Baker. 16, Nathan Dwyer. 17, Cameron Copeland, and 18, Mitch Cook. And Matt, you might want to take us through the Kurri side.
Yeah, for the Kurri Bulldogs, we have Shannon Tanner lining up at fullback, Lockie Shippard and Lachlan Hill the wingers, Tim Bennett and Simon Craig playing in the centres, Blake Birch at 5'8", Mitch Cullen, Kurri Jr. at halfback, Mick Campton and Hayden Jeans running up the line in the prop forward, Ben Wyborn as the hooker, Jay Stevens and Clinton Tovai as the second rowers, and Cody Brooks locking in with Kurt Gudgeon and 200-game Kurri Bulldog.
Let's
Justin
go with
Peterkin
hero.
At 20. Yes.
Justin
Peterkin.
And goal-kicking superstar. Will he be kicking goals today? Do we know?
That was brilliant.
I'm sure it was. It was left-footed
up
as well, wasn't it? Well, I'll be interested to see if he keeps the job. Kurri are out on the field. Central are running out. And we're ready to rock. And
it's important to mention, too, that Michael Campton, Justin Peterkin, and Sean Collingwood have all been named as Newcastle Rugby League life members for playing over 250 grade games.
Yeah, great achievement. That. And they all very well deserved. They've all been very good, especially good servants to Kurri. Even Mick Campton, who came over from the dark side from early in his career.
Yes, but we can forgive him for going to Cessnock for a year or two.
Yeah,
but
now we're in the best seat. We've got the best seat in the house up on the commentary gantry, and we're right on the halfway line. The halfback Nathan Taylor's got the ball on the tee. Our referee, incidentally, is Graham Stair. Touch judges Greg Ryan and Kylie Aylett. And we're ready to go. Kurri versus Central from Kurri Sports Ground on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon as the kick-off goes down to the right-hand corner of the field, and it's fielded by Kurri, who bring it back through their front rowers. And it's a big start and a big racket over there in front of the Old Boys tent. I call it a tent, of course. It's a massive shed, but it feels like a tent, the amount of noise they make, as they bring it away through Ben Wyborn. He gets it away to the number 13, Cody Brooks, up to the 30-metre line, driven back. There's 3 in the tackle there, and it's a good physical contest early. As it comes away now to one of those life members, Mick Campton. And there was a hint of dump about that, but good early start from Kurri, you'd have to say, Matt.
Yes, they're lining up well. They're taking it up.
Yeah, good inroads. That's a second run there for Cody Brooks. Second run in 4, as Wyborn gets it away to Cullen for the kick, and he kicks it pretty low, steers it down towards the 10-metre line. It's trickling down there. The number 5, Josh Nielsen, picks it up. He's going to link with the fullback, Tom Morton, and he dummies.
It'll be interesting to see how the teams adapt to the kicking game once the rain starts pouring in.
Indeed. It's early points while it's dry might be the way to go here as Central bring it away. I suspect if if the rain starts bucketing down in the second half, there won't be too many points scored as Central bring it away through their number 10, Rowan Kelly, and he's up to the 30. And it's a good contest so far. There's no hint of any laziness from Kurri, even though they can't make the semi-finals, and even though they're going to do their rivals a favour today, as it comes away down the short side. There's the 6, Ryan Walker, and he goes through, puts the ball back on the inside to Morton. This is good play. He's got the half back for company. It's Nathan Taylor. He's up. He's away. He's over the 10. He's tackled there by Ben Wyborn, and that was good recovery from Kurri, but they're absolutely shot to bits on both sides of the field here. They need to get it away. It's a slow play, the ball. Morton into fullback. Out the back there to the big number 20, Daniel French. Out wide. Here's Underwood, and Underwood gets it away, and Kaylee Brown's going to score in the corner. Well, that was very disappointing defence from Kurri up the middle. The 5'8" Ryan Walker just weaved his way through, and from there they were shot to bits. You couldn't blame them from conceding from 10 metres out with 3 men back in the defensive line. Yes, that was just
simple football. They just spread it wide and infiltrated the Kurri line.
Yeah, once they got that far up the field, it was just Mats to go to the left, and so they're on the board.
And it looks like Wyborn's down with a little niggle. He's getting back up now.
He made a great recovery to get back.
It looked on, didn't it?
Oh, it looked on for Young and I thought they were going to go away and score there through Nathan Taylor, but he got back and made the tackle, but it was all in vain in the end. But it has pushed the kick a bit wider, which Taylor's going to take now. 3 minutes gone, 2.5 minutes gone here at Kurri. Central 4, Kurri 0. As Taylor lines it up. There don't seem to be too many recriminations in behind the goal there with the Kurri team. They've had an absolute dog of a season, no pun intended. They've had injuries. I think at one stage they had 8 first graders sidelined at the same time, and that's going to rip through any side and permeates through all the grades.
Yes, they've done well to hold their own in some of the games, just falling away, at the last minute.
But often with these things, it can make a difference in later seasons. There's a lot of blokes in this Kurri side who will have got a lot of experience playing first grade that they won't that a lot of people their age wouldn't have had. But here's Nathan Taylor with the left foot, in about 5 in from touch, as you can see. Strikes it pretty well. It's coming around. I think that's going to go over. Yep, it is. It's 6-0. 6-0 to Central after 3 minutes here. And that's the best way to keep the old boys quiet, among other things, because they have been known to rally and get Kurri across the line in the last stages of a match.
Yes, as you could see in the 2013 grand final last year, once West got on the scoreboard, it took the Kurri crowd out of the game.
That's right.
And a couple of early tries can do that.
Now Central, of course, they're playing for their season here. Cessnock have got the bye as the kickoff goes down, and it's Daniel French bringing it away. They're playing for their season here. Cessnock have got the bye, so they get the 2 points without doing anything. Central need to keep pace and then hope for a bit of luck next week. And so this is a huge game for them. So both sides should be motivated today as the tackle's made over there, and Central come away with it. And here's the other big prop forward, Rowan Kelly, and he's got through a bit of work already today, 35 metres out, centre field. And Daniel French, he's getting through even more work. He's a tower of a man. He's a big lad, and he's taking it up near to the halfway line.
It takes 3 of them.
Yeah, my word. And Jace Delaney into dummy half. He looks to the left. That's Terry Collins who takes it up over halfway. They're making a lot of ground in this set, Central. They're getting a bit of a roll on. Here's the last tackle. I think it'll be Taylor for the kick. It is, and he steps onto his left foot. Puts it high, it's swirling, and Tanner's coming across and gets it and does very well. And now he puts on a bit of a step and gets up to the 20. And that was a good-looking bit of play from both sides there. The difficult kick in the breeze, and Tanner dealt with it very well. And Kurri coming away with it now through Lachlan Shippard. And he gets up and plays at their centre field about 25 metres out as it comes across to the left. And that looks like Jay Stevens taking it up there over on the left-hand side. They're just struggling to get any momentum at this stage, Kurri.
They're standing very flat on the ground there, Morgan.
Yeah, they are indeed as they go to the left. And they're only up to the 40, and that'll be 4th tackle. That's the man with that you described as having the Mortal Kombat hairstyle, Simon Craig. Bit of a juggle there from Jay Stevens, but he's up over the 40. Does very well. Into dummy half goes Wyborn. It looks like he's fit. Looks like he's okay. It's across to Cullen.
Craig's going to be one of these impact players today if they can get close to the line. In the last 2 Kurri games, he's scored bullocking tries from close range.
Yeah, he's a big lad to be playing out in the centres, and he's going to be involved here in this tackle as Tom Morton brings it back. That was a good kick from Cullen and a good chase, so they've taken him down inside the 10 there, Morton. And it's going to come away now with the number 2 for Central. That's Jared Kalecki. And it only takes Cody Brooks to make the tackle. And they come away to the right. And it's the other winger, Josh Nielsen. So the backs are doing a bit of the work here. We haven't had a forward yet in this set for Central. I suspect we're about to get one, though, as it comes out the back. Now here's Taylor. Taylor gets it away.
Oh,
and they're working it out through the backs, but it's looked like a knock-on out there. Kalecki picks it up, and the referee will pull it up. It was Kaylee Bowen there, the try scorer, who got the fumbles, although it wasn't a great pass from Noel Underwood. Kurri got some good field position here, 20 metres out, full set of 6.
Last time these two teams played here, it was a 22-all draw back in round 3 last year. But Central will have on their minds that they thrashed Kurri 36-6 at home earlier this season.
Indeed, they were a much stronger side last year, Kurri, especially with before the injury crisis. So the scrum is fed by Blake Birch, comes away to Tanner, and they can work towards the central line here and try and put something on. 6-0 to Central after 7 minutes here, as Wyborn goes into dummy half, gets it away to Brooks. And he's taking it up. This will be about his 4th or 5th run. He's made a lot of tackles as well. He's getting through plenty of work. Wyborn looks to the left where Cullen's set up, and I think he might go that way. No, I'm a bad judge. He goes back to Stevens. And they're inside the 10 here, coming away with it. Ben Wyborn into dummy half. He's got Cullen looking to the left. They do go that way now. Goes himself. And he's going to try and bullock his way over. And he's not going to be able to achieve it, I don't think. He's held up over the line. Oh, no, he's given a penalty. Now, what's he given there? Yeah, okay. It's more than one in the tackle and a strip. So Kurri will get the tap.
Penalty there from Stair.
Yeah. And away to Cullen. And now they go through the forwards. And that's Hayden Jeans inside the 10. They're right on the line here. Need to make something of it, Kurri, after going down early. Here's Stevens in the headgear. Dummies and goes himself. He had Brooks running onto it. He chose not to go to him. Wyborn, they're setting up to the right here. They're setting up to the right, and that's the way they go. It's Birch, turns it inside. That's a good ball. And that was a good run as well there from Clinton Toeva. From reserve grade today, he's in the side. Another penalty to Kurri. Holding on in the tackle.
To play the ball? Or?
Yeah, looked like it. Holding on too long in the tackle. Here's Campton. He takes it up. He's taken around the legs in a good tackle. That was Nathan Dwyer on the field there in 16. Here's Brooks. And it was a bit high there, you would have thought, from Rowan Kelly, but he's under the post there and still working his way towards the line. He's held up by the goalpost, by the
Let's see if Wyborn goes himself.
He might. He goes to the left instead to Cullen. He's the magic man. Gives it to Stevens, who puts it down. 10 metres out. Well, they had the chance there, Kurri. They had the chance.
Yeah, Central read that short ball very well.
Yeah, I must say, they didn't throw a lot at them there. That was a pretty disappointing set, even ignoring the knock-on. They didn't throw nearly enough at them. And so we'll have a scrum here.
They weren't
10 metres out from
Central's
standing
line. Back with a lot of shape either. It just seemed like
the sort of side that's got a lot of first graders out.
Yes.
And might be a bit disjointed. Yeah. So the scrum's fed, and there was a hint of a knock on at the back of the scrum there. But anyhow, here's the big lad Daniel French again, and he's been driving them on so far. Into dummy half is Delaney. It comes away to Underwood. And no, it's not Underwood. In fact, it's Kaylee Bowen in the 3, and he's up to the 20. Delaney into dummy half. And he brings it away as they're bringing it out from their own line, Central. That's a good run there from the lock forward, Terry Collins. Jose Delaney, they've got a bit of a roll on now, and I suspect Stevens is offside. But Hayden Jeans isn't, and he makes the tackle. Up to the 40, centre field. Into dummy half goes the 5'8 Walker. Gets it away to their other prop forward, Rowan Kelly. They're getting through the work so well here, the Central forwards. As it comes away to Taylor. Jams it downfield. It should be taken on the full down there by Lachlan Hill. In fact, it bounces and it's picked up by Tanner. That was a bad call. Here comes Tanner. And he's met by a pretty heavy couple of tackles there, taking back inside the 20.
He's been bringing it back with gusto today, Morgan.
He has. Not his usual position, but he's doing well. Hasn't looked bothered. Lachlan Hill. Now, he's only 19 and he's getting through a lot of work. Gets up to the 30 out of dummy half. Good play. Now here's the Mortal Kombat man, Simon Craig. A new addition to the side this year and one of the players of the season by all accounts. But he was sent sideways rather than forward there. Here's Bumper, the goal-kicking specialist, up to the 40.
Wearing number 25.
And it comes away. Out the back. Picked up by Tanner. He shows it one way, goes back the other. That was Hayden Jeans there who dumped that ball out the back.
Here.
Zero tackle. It must have been knocked out. Now they've got a chance. They can go to the right. And here's Clinton Toeva. Gets it back inside to Shippard. Up over the halfway line.
Shippard's a class player coming in from the Newcastle Knights Youth Cup.
As Tim Bennett works it up over the 40. Oh, so he was an NYC player, was he?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Ben Wyborn. Away to Campton. He might look to pass this, but he doesn't. Now he does, and he probably shouldn't have because it's come out off someone's legs and gone back to central.
Yeah, that was a silly play there.
Yeah.
From an experienced player.
Let's see what he was trying to do. I think someone got in the way, though. So it was picked up by Terry Collins, and they'll come away against central here. And it's the 5, Josh Nielsen, up to the 40-metre line. Ryan Walker into dummy half. And they're just going to use the backs at the moment. Josh Allison, I think that's his first touch of the day as he works it up towards the 40. Delaney back into dummy half now. And it's Taylor, and they might put something on here. Here's Underwood, taken low. It's a missed tackle out there from Bennett. He got away from one, but it's been dropped. And Kurri, that's got a rise out of the old boys. That's got them hopping a little bit. Hayden Jeans comes up with the ball, and Bennett, who missed the tackle and got away with it, now makes a one, and it's a one-on-one strip. And Taylor was not allowed to do that. And there's a bit of stench out there.
I think only because he'd called held, but
yeah, it was one-on-one. But he was held.
It's a play you don't see much in first grade these days, not even in the National Rugby League.
Blake Birch is, well, unless you're Travis Waddell, Blake Birch has just planted that onto the street.
Oh, and he stole through.
Clinton Toeva. And he's only a metre away. That was a great charge off the tap. You don't see that very often. He's held up over the line, in fact. Goodness me. Well, they opened up there.
Coming in from reserve day today, Clinton
took the tap and charged onto it and went straight through.
He has not looked out of place.
No, not a bit. He's taken it up a few times. So they'll go back and we've got to play the ball here. Toeva's going to do that.
So I've got time off here.
Yeah, now the fullback Morton's injured. That was a good sign for Kurri, though, the way the defence just opened up from central. They are prone to that, these lapses.
This could be a real opportunity for Kurri here.
My word.
To get back to level the scores.
12 and a half minutes gone. And it's Central 6, Kurri 0. And there must be a shoulder injury, judging by the way he's being worked on there. Sort of just rotating it over and over. I hope he's not seriously injured, because that couldn't be doing it much good. But he's up now. And
looks like his range of movement's limited a bit.
Yeah, he's
might
carrying
be
it a
one to
little bit.
target later in the game.
Up in the line. He's going
to
carry on for the moment, but he's going to go out of tackle wider. So you notice there that Kaylee Bowen came in one as he's Birch back inside to Peterkin, 10 metres out. Kurri with another chance. Central are giving them plenty of opportunities early in the game with a few mistakes. And now it's Hayden Jeans. Away to Wyborn. That's good play. Now there's Jay Stevens. He steps back inside. He's not far away either. And he's taken down over on the left-hand side. Now here's Wyborn. Looked for Peterkin, gave it out the back to Cullen. Jeans, Tanner, it's knocked down. It was on too.
Could be 6
and
again
Cullen
here.
picks it up and goes to the right. It is 6 to go. Good shout. And Cullen takes one on.
Oh, he's going himself.
He's too strong. And that's got a rise out of the old boys. He's too strong.
What a try from the Kurri
That was a
junior,
beauty.
Mitch
Cullen. He came out the back. It looked like it was all coming apart. He scooped it up, went round the back and barged through 2 tackles to go through and score.
What a class play.
Yeah, good upper body strength for a half-back too. And so Kurri are back. They're on the board. 6-4 with a kick to come. They're down. 26 and a half minutes to go in the first half.
And we don't have the luxury of replay here on Bar TV. But,
No, we don't.
But as you could see in that play with the 0 tackle call, we came in and he just jinked through the line, Cullen. He shrugged off about 2 defenders going low.
Yeah, when the ball goes on the ground like that, it does tend to disturb things, doesn't it? It throws can throw the defensive line out of sync, and that's exactly what happened. But the 2 defenders will be disappointed they let him get through there.
Yeah, sometimes the hearts can sink a little bit.
Especially with the 6 to go call. I notice over there that the John Sattler stand's very well populated today. I suspect because of the drizzly rain. It's a good day to be undercover, as we are up here in the concrete box of knowledge. And here's the kick. It's going to be Lachlan Shippard. So Justin Peterkin, 1 from 1. He's been bumped. No pun intended, obviously. And Shippard's going to line this one up. He'd be very disappointed if he missed this.
You don't get too many this easy.
No, I wouldn't have thought. There's plenty of racket coming from the old boys stand over there. I suspect it's all encouragement, I'm sure. Shippard puts it over.
It's good.
6-all.
6-all on the PRD nationwide scoreboard.
So Kurri, they look to have the wobbles early in the game. They've come back into it well. On the back of a couple of penalties. That's what you get when you play Central. They always offer you something. They can be brilliant, but they'll always give you a chance, throw a few penalties away, drop the ball. There's always a bit of that in them. As Taylor takes the kick off down onto the right-hand side of the field as Central look at it, and back comes Bumper with plenty of gusto. up to the 20.
Big run.
It was a big run. He came off the back fence there. I told you it was encouragement from the old boys, didn't I? There's Tanner out of dummy half. He's
playing some sharp footy today.
He is. He looks very sharp and very lively coming in off the wing. He might be grateful for seeing a bit more of the ball than he might usually.
In the absence of Neenan Simpson.
In the absence, indeed. And there's Hayden Jeans as it comes away now to Campton. And they've got all their main men on the field at the moment. Kurri Wyborn's going to look to the short side here to Blake Birch, and then he gives it back to Wyborn. That's very good play, and that's good play as well. As they come up towards the 40, they're making better ground than they were early in the game. They looked a bit flat-footed early on, but not anymore. But Wyborn puts the kick straight down the fullback's throat
kick there.
I could see what he was trying to do to turn them around. It was only fourth tackle, but he just didn't quite get the range right, and Central could come away. 20 metres out from their own line on first tackle.
Central are strolling back. They're on their haunches here.
They are rather, aren't they? And even from early in the game, it takes a few tackles for the forwards to get involved. But here's Daniel French lining it up, and he's been the man that's driven them on. Every time he runs the ball, they get a bit of a roll. And here's Delaney into dummy half. Away to Collins, up to halfway. And they're going to look to the right and look to the left, and then come back to the left here. And there's Kelly again.
Doesn't seem to be too much secret to Central's game plan. A lot of forward runs.
Just going straight up the middle. There hasn't been much variation at all.
That
swirling kick from Nathan Taylor again, down to Lachlan Hill. He's under it, and he looked good under it too. No panic there whatsoever. He's another one who didn't expect to be playing first grade this year, but he's made a good job of it. As here comes Simon Craig. Yeah, that was a barge. He got rather bowled over there, but he took it. Plenty of gusto.
He's wearing the number of Brian Quinton today, number 4 from the 1994 Grand Final. Country Rugby League Player of the Year that year. Come from the Newcastle Knights.
It's not a bad lurk for these old boys, these blokes that played in 93, 94 and 95. Here we go. There's Blake Birch. Back inside. He's got Tanner for company. He's up over the 40. He's fighting, and he's taken down in a good tackle from Jace Delaney around the ankles. But he's been held on for too long there. And if that was further up the field,
from Central.
Yeah, but it might have been a necessary one. And I think if it had been further up the field, we might have been getting into professional foul territory. But here comes Hayden Jeans. No suspicion, no talk of a kick at goal there. They went straight for the tap. Cullen goes into dummy half. They've got a roll on here. Here's Peterkin. And they're going to aim a few forwards at Central here and then go wide. Cullen's set up. They go wide now to him. It comes out the back to Craig, who stumbled on the way up.
That's that short ball I was talking about.
Stumbled
That's
on the way onto the ball.
An issue for Central today, close to the line.
He got caught a bit high. Here's Cullen. It's going to be Peterkin again. I don't know that he expected that ball, but he took it up. And into dummy half goes Wyborn. He's got Cullen to his right, Birch to his left. He kicks for Birch. It's off the post, and it's picked up by Underwood. They had a bit of bad luck there. But Central did well to clean it up. Underwood was on the spot, and they can bring it back again.
Kicks there from Wyborn, past couple of sets.
Well, it was, again, early in the count as well. I can see what he's trying to do. Nobody expected it, but I think that might have included his own teammates. As here comes Allison, up over the 30, centre field. And Central, they've got big backs who can do a bit of the work here. And there's Kaylee Bowen, the try scorer again, up towards halfway. They've got a new man in dummy half here, Chris Marlborough. He is down. He's in a bit of trouble too. I don't know what happened to him.
Looks like he's holding his wrist.
Yeah, it does. Or his shoulder. I think it's his shoulder. He came writhing out of the tackle. And he still looked to play the ball, but he's in a bit of trouble. He's going to go out the back. And so 20 for Central's going off, Daniel French, and I think the Kurri forwards might be grateful for that because he's been doing a bit of damage.
We're halfway here through the second half now. It's 6-all at Kurri Sports Ground.
As away they come. Cameron Copeland up over the halfway. Delaney into dummy half, away to Taylor, and he's going to kick. Again, a little bit early in the tackle count. Tanner's got some pressure under him here. Marlborough's putting pressure on him. Marlborough takes it and steps away from one and gets absolutely belted by Mitch Cullen. That was a great tackle. Copeland into dummy. Yeah, it's last tackle. They've ordered a turnover, changeover. Dear, oh dear. As Craig brings it away. And they've got the penalty as well. That's a piggyback up the field. Central, the discipline's a problem for them, isn't it? But that kick from Taylor was perfect. When you can make a contest of it like that, Tanner was coming towards the ball. Marlborough was coming towards the ball. Marlborough won it. But he
that's a big kick there.
It is. He might have wished he hadn't won it because
meters.
He got clouted by Cullen. Blindsided from the right there. And so, look at it. We've got ball boy problems. It's like being back at ANZ Stadium. Away they come. And here's Lachlan Shippard. And Kurri have started to get the ascendancy in this game. Into dummy half goes Wyborn, looks to the short, goes to the open, and that's Campton up over the 30. And Wyborn looking for Cullen.
Bit of a sloppy play the ball there, and it's been picked up by the
play
ref.
the ball. Dear, oh dear. Well, the life member, we can probably forgive him that, as he's a life member of the Newcastle Rugby League now.
If Kurri can start completing their sets with a bit more finesse, I think they can really trouble this Central side.
Yeah,
spending a bit of time down in their 40.
Both sides seem to have similar problems. They're turning over a lot of ball, giving away a few penalties, and they're a little bit soft up the middle when somebody puts a bit of footwork on. So it's maybe not a badly matched game. But Central, playing against the 7th best team in the comp, or the 8th best team in the comp, might not have fancied a bit of a tussle today. They might have thought it'd be a bit easy. They've still had a good season, regardless of what happens from here. They've had a good season. But there's Underwood, up to the 40 on second tackle, Delaney. And this is a new man on the field. That's Copeland. And he gave it away to another new man on the field, Matt Baker. As they come up to halfway. Most of the game being played in between the 30-metre lines. As it comes out the back. And Delaney's going to pick it up at dummy half here and open it up for a play. Baker's looking for work again, but he won't get it. It's Marlborough, who is a halfback, and he jams this kick back inside and makes Tanner chase. And he's going to bring it back with typical verve and get bowled over there, and it's in fact going to be 4 players working back. And 3 of them are still on him when he hits the ground.
He's looked very safe with the kick returns today, Tanner.
He has. He's looked very good. Yeah, he's been very good.
Wearing the number 1 in honour of famous Kurri son, Brian Robb.
Indeed.
Who's now retired to work as an accountant.
They're a walking history lesson today, Kurri. They've got not only the list of the full team on every jumper, but the player who wore it, that individual jumper on each one as well. Now, Hayden Jeans has just got belted over there, and it comes inside to Birch, back to Tanner. And Birch has looked lively today, and Tanner's sniffing around behind the line looking for trouble.
Kurri's still standing very flat here.
They are. Here's Birch.
He's gone to the high ball.
He has 16's offside, but 4 isn't. That's Simon Craig, and he is
charging
flying
through.
down there, but he's not going to get a look at it because it bounced and went straight ahead. And if that had propped and maybe bounced the other way, Kurri would have been in business because he was coming like an absolute freight train. And the man under the ball for Central, Jared Kalecki, didn't know he was there. Similar
to Inglis coming onto that Sam Burgess ball the other night.
It was indeed. He was flying. But the sum total of all that means that Central have a tap 20 metres out with 17 minutes to go in the first half, and there's some umbrellas coming up on this far side of the field and on the broadcast side. And I think there's going to be a bit of a pilgrimage made back over to the grandstand because the rain's just getting a little bit heavier.
Kurri's no stranger to knocking a team out of finals contention. Last year, they had to win by 22 or more against Maitland to make the finals, and they done them in the last match of the round.
They did indeed. They're a dangerous side, especially you wouldn't want to be playing them this late in the season on Old Boys Day. That's a good contest over there today. Tim Bennett up against Kaylee Brown and Noel Underwood. And Underwood wasn't too pleased with the tackle there. He's got the better of Bennett a couple of times. But that time they got hold of him. Here it goes out the back to Taylor. Now Marlborough. Marlborough stepping and looking again. And he's taken down by 3. Simon Craig, Mitch Cullen and Jay Stevens. They're going to open it up back to the left now and give it to the 15, Matt Baker. And he takes it up over the 40, inside Kurri territory. They haven't been this far forward for a little while.
Fifth and last.
Marlborough puts it up in the air. It's a bit of a dud of a kick. It's coming back the other way and going centre field. It went sideways further than it went forward. Now he's going to he was going to have trouble there. Lachlan Shippard, Tim Bennett. They were lining him up, but he dealt with it well. Now here's Tanner. There might be a few offside in the middle there. He was certainly looking for them. But they're up over the 30-metre line. Into dummy half goes Wyborn. And away. And that's the 16 on the field now. That's Kurt Gudgeon. And he's swung into the turf as the rain gets heavier still. And the best place to be in the ground is either in the broadcast box or over in the old boys stand.
Definitely old boys stand.
Oh, come on, we're having a good time up here, aren't we? Here's Hayden Jeans. Up over halfway.
Looking for offload.
He's looking for offload. He might not need it. He got through a tackle there. And Wyborn's in at dummy half. Looking to the right. I think it'll be Birch to put the kick up. And he just grubbers it in behind. It's not a bad little kick because it's going to put a bit of pressure on the fullback. And it's the auxiliary fullback here. It's Ryan Walker because I think Morton might be off the field. But he was certainly behind the line. And it comes away now to Nielsen, who's going to bring it back with a bit of venom too. In fact, it's Kulecki, and it's a penalty for his efforts. It was a high tackle on Jared Kulecki there, and Central will get a bit of help up the field. It's gone from light rain to getting harder, and now it's almost driving as the ball comes
straight at us
up above the broadcast box and makes a bit of racket. And it's going to be Khalid Bowen. Throws it to Taylor. They were a bit static off the tap there, and that's I think that's Baker. That's Baker gets it away now. Here's Taylor back inside, and the 16 is Nathan Dwyer. They've got got most of their bench on the field at the moment at once. Central, not always the done thing, but that's what's happening. Delaney away to Taylor. Inside it comes to Baker. He got belted there. That was a solid tackle over the top from Jay Stevens, who doesn't miss many. And Marlborough onto the field. He's added a bit. He's made them look a bit lively. He turns it inside to Underwood. But getting down low is the new man in first grade today, Clinton Toeva. Taylor got ignored there, and instead Delaney thought he's gone on a bit of a jaunt of his own. Up to the 10. 10 metres out and just to the right of the posts. Into dummy half goes Copeland. Over to Marlborough. Marlborough away. There it is. It's with the 4. It's Josh Allison. He wins it in the challenge. Lachlan Hill picks it up and sprints away. And much to the chagrin of all the home crowd, he's called it back. Now, what's he ruled here? There was a...
Looks like it's going to be a penalty, Morgan.
Okay. It was a run there from Josh Allison, who looked like he was going to make his way to the line. And then I think they're going to call it it's a strip. Meanwhile, Cody Brooks, who I didn't realise had gone off, has come back on. That's the thing about this competition. The substitutes are much more frequent as Matt Baker goes towards the line. And now they've got a set. They can do a bit of damage here with 13 and a half minutes to go. Delaney out the back to Marlborough. Marlborough away to Taylor. Taylor away, back inside. The man who's already scored a try today, Khalid Bowen.
They've got numbers left if they switch on Central.
They do. But they're a bit short. They're just in a bit of a narrow space over on the left there. They're not quite using the full width of the field. As Delaney looks for Marlborough behind the line and finds him. He trotted over to get involved in that. Here's Taylor. Taylor out the back. There's Baker. Walker, pardon me. And Walker's weaving and gets it away, and it's knocked over there by Kulecki. He was under a lot of pressure to catch it. And that was a good play there from Lockie Shippard. It was. He covered it well. But dear, oh dear, Ryan Walker's causing a fair bit of mayhem out there today. He's stepping and weaving and bobbing, and every time he runs the ball, he's doing a bit of damage.
The Kurri centre, Tim Bennett, seems to be coming in a lot, creating a huge gap out on the left. It's causing an issue for Kurri, and if Central can really exploit that, there could be some more tries racked up in this first half.
Well, with the exception of that raid from Allison a moment ago, every bit of play that Central have put on has been down this left-hand side. So maybe they think that's where they can get at them, as that's spilt by Lockie Hill. That's spilt. That's easy to do, taking it out from his own line. Out of dummy half.
The rain's coming down a bit heavier now. I think errors are going to be something we have to expect for the rest of this game.
Well, there's a few hardy souls who have stayed on down here on this side of the field. There's about 5 people to my right and about that many to my left who are still sat on the railway sleepers. Oh, no, they're not railway sleepers. I found out this today. They're actually the remnants of an old train. As Josh Allison picks it up. And Delaney's going to get the ball at first receiver here, out the back to Marlborough. And then it's the 16 taking it up. That's Nathan Dwyer. As Delaney into dummy half again. And that's a low pass. He won't be happy with that, but Taylor, the bouncing ball, might cause a bit of mayhem. He dummies and steps and gets taken down in a good tackle from the second rower on the lock there, Toeva and Brooks. Bit of a raid on here for Central. They go back to the other side. Underwood looking for the pass, finding it. Walker. I don't know why I keep calling him Baker. Walker's beaten 3 tackles there. Then he gets it to Kulecki, who's going to score, but he's been called back for forward pass.
Well, that was a let-off for Kurri because
Certainly was.
They were certainly inviting him into that corner.
Oh, a bit of push and shove. Hello. Kulecki and Tim Bennett, I think it is, over there.
Wouldn't be an old boys' day without the argy-bargy.
I think they might get him a bit wound up sometimes when when it's old boys' day. I think it winds some of the blokes up a little bit from Kurri. Understandably, it wasn't Bennett. I apologise. It was Shippard who got involved in that little scrap with his opposite number.
Kurri have got a bit of work to do to get out of their own half here in the wet.
Well, they've been rather camped in the last 5 minutes. Central have been able to attack in a few waves. Here's Simon Craig. And he goes forward. Hasn't been as destructive today as he might have been in previous weeks.
Wait till he gets down in the
No, I'm
central
not calling
10-metre
it
line.
yet. Yeah, look, I'm not calling it yet. As Lachlan Hill tries again, and this time he's up and firmly grasping the ball. Here's Tanner. But again, it's mostly the backs who are doing the work here for Kurri. So maybe their forwards are getting a bit leggy. But they're going to look for Cody Brooks, who shouldn't be leggy because he's only just come back on. And he's not. He carts it up very strongly, up to the 30.
I haven't seen a beard and hairstyle like that since Kirk Reynoldson. He's really showing it, isn't he?
I was thinking Brad Myers, that used to play for Brisbane and the Gold Coast.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good look, though. As here he is, he might get more work here. No, it's going to go to Birch, who kicked off his left foot. It's down to Walker. No, he's got it. He comes back. But he's been damaging, and he is again. He beats one. But he only beats one.
Kick trace hasn't been as strong as Phil Williams will have wanted from Kurri.
No, that's true. It's been a bit of a lucky dip, the kicks today. There's been some of them have been ordinary, some have been good.
Got a bit of a Melbourne mood on this game. It's very, very flat.
Oh, and there's a good charge there from Underwood and a good effort there from Wyborn, who shot up out of the line to get him. They know he's the man that's doing a bit of the damage out wide. And now it's Delaney. But it's the 12, Underwood, and the 6, Walker, who are causing most of the trouble. But Marlborough's been lively since he came on as well. Here's Taylor, as I say that.
Oh, and a dumping tackle here.
There by Bennett. There's no hint of a penalty there. That was just a good hard tackle. They're not outlawed yet. Now here's Walker with a left foot, a little dab downfield. And he had to wait and kick it dead there, Lachlan Shippard. If he hadn't done, there was Kaylee Bowen breathing down his neck.
Yeah, sometimes it's necessary to just kick it over the dead ball line. Central forcing another set. They'll enjoy this.
They've got plenty of time, 8.5 minutes, but for the pressure that they've had, Central, 6 all.
They will have wished that they had put more on Kurri.
I would have thought if they don't score as a result of this bit of pressure they've had, they've been, as I said before, they've been camped up in the Kurri 20 or 30 metre line for the last 5 minutes. They want to make something of it. That's a very, very strong charge back from Matt Baker. And they're 30 metres out, or about 28 metres out, on the right-hand side of the field. Here's Cameron Copeland. He's been good since he's come on. The bench have added something. They've been very willing for Central so far in the game. And they come back in field and there. Oh, Delaney, it's opened up. It's opened up. Dear, oh dear. Well, he was looking for Underwood. He didn't need him.
They rolled out the red, white and blue mat there.
Indeed.
Led him right through.
My word, that was very poor. That looked like Clinton Toever up the other end of the field. He took it up out of dummy half. Not a great deal on. And he didn't have to step or dummy or really do anything. He just opened up and he strode through. So Central have made something of their pressure.
10-6 with the kick to come.
They have made something of it, 10-6, with 7 minutes to go. But you've got to remember, Kurri are going to be attacking the old boys' end in the second half. So maybe there's a couple of points in that as well.
And they'll be happy with that. They've come off the back of some strong sets, Central, and just followed that up with a nice try, nice easy try. They'll enjoy that going into this break.
Yeah, they've been on top the last few minutes, haven't they? They've had the better of it. Now, Chris Marlborough's going to take this kick. Not often you see people come off the bench and take the kick at goal, but he's going to do it.
Or with their headgear on.
Indeed. Often they take it off, don't they? Maybe if he's able to kick well, maybe that taking the headgear off for a goal going to be proved to be a crock after all, but there you go.
He must love Sowie.
He must. Well, Sowie does it. Doesn't bother him. Here he comes. As you like. 12-6. 12-6 with 6.5 minutes to go here. As the Kurri players gradually wander back to the halfway line. They just need to stay in this long enough to keep the crowd interested here. And then they might be able to get a lift in the last 20 minutes. But Central, I must say, while they've made a few mistakes, they do look like a team that's playing for their season. They're really having a go. The forwards, whether they're the starting forwards or the bench, have been very keen. Not least this bloke, Matt Baker, who carts it back with venom again. He might be working his way into the starting side as they get into the finals. Been very good, as is Cameron Copeland. Up to the 30. And now Underwood appearing on the other side of the field. And this is starting to look a bit ominous for Kurri here, because Central are making a lot of ground in 3 tackles. Their forwards are getting involved. They're looking for work. That looks like the 18, Mitch Cook.
Oh,
getting
he's
his
bobbled
first
the ball
touch.
here.
Yeah, they've called a strip there.
Don't think I agree with that one. But Central will enjoy this mountain of possession that they're getting at the moment.
Well, Mitch Cook's first touch has been profitable.
And they've just picked up another 30 metres.
Cracker of a kick for touch. They're going to be 20 out here, or just about, and start the set. And it's going to be Kaylee Bowen who taps it and gives it to Nathan Taylor. Now there's that 17, Copeland. Geez, he's got through some work, that bloke. And Delaney. And where are they going here? They're looking to Taylor. And there's Cook again. It worked all right the first time. He try again. And he's beaten a tackle as well. And Taylor's over there on the right. Copeland runs the decoy. Here comes the spread to the backs. Marlborough. Back inside. Allison. Allison beats one. Beats another. But they're still centre field. 10 metres out. And Delaney will come to Taylor again. Here it comes again. He looked for Walker out the back. Will he? No, he looks for Cook. It's swung around. They're going to call play on. Taylor's going to go over and score. Now, are they going to call this back or say it went back? I think they're going to give this a try. He's even passed it to someone to put the ball over the line. And, well, that seems... I mean, it's not the sort of thing you ever see happen. It came out the back to... it came from Cook, who was swung around in the tackle. The ball spilled out. Everybody stopped. I mean, I know you've got to play to the whistle.
I think that's the problem. They were playing to the whistle, and they've noticed that a very big anticipation pause from the ref, and they should have been focusing on the ball.
It looked for all money like it was going to be a stoppage of play, and then the ref all of a sudden decided, no, play on, and Taylor strode over, and Central all of a sudden are 16-6 in front with 3.5 minutes to go. So this has been a very lucrative last couple of minutes for them. But it did look. It was a much better set. They did look good when going wide. I must say Marlborough's made a difference to them since he came on. It seems what they've done is that Morton, who got injured earlier and was having his shoulder very vigorously rolled around by the trainer, he's gone off, and he's been replaced at fullback by the 5'8" Ryan Walker, who has been replaced at 5'8" by Chris Marlborough. Did you get all that?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay. Here comes Marlborough in the headgear. Didn't have any trouble. 18-6 with 3 minutes almost exactly to go in the game. And
don't be surprised if Central put another attacking raid on before half-time. They're looking very happy with themselves.
Yeah, the way...
They want to blow this out before half-time.
They do, and the way they rolled on in that last set, Kurri might be looking towards the sheds pretty keenly here as Birch puts the ball on the tee. And we're away again. Oh, look out. No, it's going to be okay. And this is Nathan Baker again. Matt Baker, pardon me. There's Matt Baker and Nathan Dwyer. That was the former. And he gets up and plays it. And away comes Central. Let's see what their forwards can do here. And let's see how eager Kurri are to get up and get into them. Because if they decide they're not interested, this could blow out. Especially in the run-up to half-time. Campton made that tackle there on Copeland, who's been on for quite a while now. Delaney's been causing a bit of trouble out of dummy half.
He's a class player when he gets the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he looks very good. He's been very lively out of dummy half. Now here's Taylor. Early kick. Down towards Tanner, who hasn't put a foot wrong so far today. Hasn't had a great deal to work with in attack. And hasn't got a great deal to work with bringing it back there either. There was a swarm. That was a great chase. They got their tails up at the moment, Central. And there's going to be a bit of work here for the Kurri backs to help them out because the forwards are trotting back. And here's Shippard.
Minute 30 left on the clock here.
Yeah, and this is. They should be all right to get through to half time, but I think they'd be pretty keen to get this down and get it into touch and make sure Central don't get the ball again. As Wyborn picks it up at dummy half, goes to Cullen. Oh, don't tell me they're going to try and put something on. Here's Stevens. And he's stripped that. He's lost it, has he, or has it been stripped? Yeah,
it's a penalty to Kurri here.
Yeah, well, I think that's a fair decision because it did seem to come out off the strip. So Kurri, well, they needed that. Maybe they can put something together here.
Just a soft little kick over touch here. They'll be looking just an easy set to complete before half time.
Yeah, it wasn't a great deal of intent in the kick. He wasn't trying to boom it forward and set up an attack. So maybe not. But they'll bring it back with Stevens, who as ever has been very willing to pick up work wherever he can and bring it back. And now Wyborn, another man has been willing, Cody Brooks, up to halfway. Let's see, I suspect, having seen a bit of Mitch Cullen over the years, I suspect he won't be able to let this go. I reckon he'll try and do something. Or he might not need to. Here's Campton. Where is Cullen? He's a couple of passes
20
wide.
seconds
There's
left
20
on the
seconds
clock.
to
What
go.
can
This is
Kurri
where
do?
it has to happen. Wyborn, away to Cullen. He picked it up low. He's going to try and turn it inside for Brooks. He does, and he bumps over the top of one, but can't get past another. They're going to look to the left again. 8 seconds to go. There'll be time for one more play. Here's Cullen. He will put the little kick in. I thought he might. Here's Craig coming through on it, but it won't come to anything. It'll go bouncing and belting into the touchline.
And was that a central player that just went into the...
Oh, I think it was either a central player or the ball, but I wouldn't really want to have been either of them because it was pretty close. And that's half-time. That sees us out for the first half. An entertaining game it is too. It's a good contest. Central just got the better of it in the last few minutes there. And that makes it Central 18, Kurri 6, at half-time here at Kurri Sports Ground. Central well on the way to keeping their season alive.